Sir Ernest Shackleton and his crew survived marooned in the Antarctic for nearly 2 years, making their bold escape from the Antarctic Peninsula by means of an 800-mile voyage in a tiny open boat. This desperate tactic concluded with an overland traverse through the mountains and glaciers of the Isle of South Georgia. Exhausted, freezing, barely alive, Shackleton and his comrades descended from an icy plateau into the unlikely oasis of the whaling station at Stromness. There he found an industry that we today can barely begin to fathom. While modern curiosity focuses on South Georgia's proud past, history also identifies the Antarctic whaling and sealing fleets as perpetrators of the most shameful killing sprees in the history of men and animals. It's into this juxtaposition of the proud and the infamous that the Golden Fleece sailed in the Antarctic spring of 2001.
I didn't know what to expect when I was thinking of South Georgia Island. It's not a place that very many people know about because it is so remote, but the places where we were going on the Isle of South Georgia are unseen by almost anybody.
Our stop was in the Cumberland East Bay and the ghostly whaling station at Grytviken.
Grytviken is surrounded with junk piles. You read the books about the old sailors going around Cape Horn, the sealers and the whalers. Well, this is the kind of place that they were looking for. And what we've found in South Georgia Island is what man can do to this place. As soon as the whalers and the sealers found the whales and the seals, they did whatever they could to capture and haul in as many as they possibly could in the shortest amount of time.
The fur seal population, more than 1 million animals, was wiped out by the year 1820. Whaling began in earnest in 1904 when the development of steam-powered whaling ships and explosive-tipped harpoon cannons made feasible the pursuit of those largest and fastest whales that swim Antarctic seas. The slaughter continued unabated until 1966, when public sentiment and international treaties forced industrial whaling into virtual oblivion. The wreckage, however, remains in empty, rusting avenues of abandoned buildings, and in the stench of death assumed to taint these waters into which few, if any, whales ever venture.
The whalers came in and just basically left everything like the whistle blew at 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, and they walked completely out, and everything's still here in shambles, and all the rust and the tin and everything is just left here.
In latitudes that once resonated with the songs of whales, in bays where countless generations of Leviathan came to breed and seek shelter, in 40 days on the waters of the Scotia Sea, we never saw a single whale.
They wiped out the whales, and the whales have not come back to the Isle of South Georgia. So it's one of the things that I expected to see when I was here, and I'm really saddened that I don't see them. But once again, it just shows what man can do to a beautiful, beautiful place.